Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 1st. Hard to believe it's August the 1st, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Tuesday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Invest 96L. Invest 96L pretty much then dissipated, so we ain't going to worry about that one. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation, take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Wednesday, Thursday, and also maybe take a sneak peek at Saturday's forecast as well, because we do have some severe weather on day number, or maybe Saturday forecast. That's right. And also, we're going to take a look at the rainfall total across the nation. It'd be day number 5, that is. So that would be Saturday. I'm getting ahead of myself there, folks. Sorry about that. But anyway, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. Love to have you. If you like my daily forecast content, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And also like these videos, share these videos. And well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty, as you can see, we're looking at the Invest 96L out in the Atlantic Ocean. The center of rotation pretty much about right here. Kind of falling apart. On the west side of the system, got a lot of dry air punching into the system. On very poorly of it becoming a tropical cyclone is starting to kind of diminish. I think it's going over the waters where Tropical Storm Dawn went. If it is the water where Dawn went over that water area, it probably cooled the waters off, so it may not even become Emily now. So as I'm just thinking about that possibility, will it become a tropical depression? Is kind of dwindling down some. So we'll just have to wait and see if it finally becomes a tropical depression. If not, well, we just have to wait till the next one to get named Emily, I guess. But anyway, let's take a look at we're going to take a look. Okay, here's the computer model runs. It still takes it off to the northwest, then to the north, then to the northeast, and then kind of east northeast a little bit as about 168 hours out in time. So that's about where the system 120 hours to 168 hours. It should be up here somewhere, and it should head on over towards Europe. And just mainly pretty much just a tropical wave. Alright, keeping it pretty well just a tropical. Most of the models now just keeps it just a regular tropical wave. There's only a handful of models now showing it becoming a tropical storm. So that's why I'm kind of optimistic now that this system will become a tropical depression or even a tropical storm, because right now most of the guidance now is keeping it pretty much now just a tropical wave. If it could become a tropical depression. But like I said, most of the models now is backed off, because you remember yesterday we showed it. The model had it, most of them was up here, and just very few. Seemed like the ones that was very few caught on to the idea that nope, this system not going to become a tropical storm or a tropical depression. It's just going to remain a tropical wave. Look like those computer models are catching on to that idea, and just mainly look like a tropical wave. So we're just going to wait and see, but right now it looks like it's just going to just remain just a tropical wave at this time. Could it become Tropical Storm Emily? I'm just going to say there's about a 10 to 20% chance, it maybe even less than that at this time. Even a tropical depression, maybe 40% or 30% at most of it becoming a tropical depression. That's not a very high chance either. So it's not looking very likely it will become a tropical storm or tropical depression at this time. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. That's all I can say. Um, but anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the weather radar. That was your tropical weather update. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the weather radar across the nation here. Alrighty. As you can see here, we got showers and storms off the mid-Atlantic coast and the coastal waters down in the southeast coast. Some around the northern Bahamas. Also got scattered showers around Puerto Rico. Cuba looks good at this time. Got scattered showers over portions of spread showers and storms over southern Canada. Scattered activity over portions of South Dakota. Also into Wyoming. A little bit more widespread in Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, northern portion of Mexico. Guam radar currently looks good. A few scattered showers around Alaska and Hawaii and Chain Island. Got a few scattered showers in your vicinity as well. All right, let's take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alrighty, as you can see, we got some coastal flood advisories for portions of New Jersey, Delaware, and Washington D.C. vicinity and Maryland area. Also some across along the Charleston area down towards the low country of South Carolina for coastal flood advisories. Also got some heat advisories for portions of southern, so again over here in Mississippi, portions of Arkansas, western Missouri, much of Kansas, much of Oklahoma, central and southern Texas as well. Sets of heat warnings also in effect for portions of southwestern portions of Mississippi, much of all of Louisiana, much of Arkansas, much of Texas, also southern portions of Kansas, western portions of Missouri, and also portions of Oklahoma there as well. Got some hydro issues over portions of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and also portions of Kentucky. Flood warning also, a flood advisory for portions of Minnesota. River flood warning still in effect for South Dakota. Also, we got flood watches in effect over here for portions of southeastern Wyoming and portions of Colorado, and also in the portions of Nebraska. Also over here in portions of New Mexico as well. Hydro issues also in the portions of Nevada. Sets of heat watches are in effect for portions of southern Arizona. Air quality alerts for portions of northeastern Minnesota. Also over here in Montana, Idaho, and portions of Washington State. Special weather statement for central and eastern Alaska. Still got those, let's see, coastal flood statements for the Hawaiian Chain Island. South side of the Hawaiian Chain Island still got gale warnings in effect. North side looks a-okay. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today. As you can see here, we got a marginal risk in the Carolinas, all the way down into East Florida. Florida Keys back in the portions of Carolinas there. General thunderstorms, also down general thunderstorms for Louisiana, Texas. Also over here in West Texas to California, all the way into Wyoming, also back over to northern portion of Wisconsin. Excuse me. Also, we got marginal risk over here in Missouri, all the way back in the portion of Nebraska, Kansas, also into Colorado and Wyoming. Also, again, over here in Montana, all the way into portion of Minnesota. Also, we have a slight risk, also over here in portions of Colorado into Nevada. Colorado into Nebraska, excuse me, Kansas, and also portions of southeastern Wyoming. Also up here in North Dakota, Minnesota, and portions of Montana as well. All right. If you live in Fargo, North Dakota, Greeley, Colorado, Bismarck, North Dakota, Grand Fort, North Dakota, and Minot, North Dakota, slight risk of severe weather this afternoon. Marginal risk, this includes Jacksonville, Florida, Denver, Colorado, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, and Miami, Florida for severe weather this afternoon. Tornado probability, less than 2% all areas. Winds, 5% in brown, 15% in yellow. 15% Fargo, North Dakota to Minot, North Dakota and surrounding areas. Jacksonville, Florida to Miami, Florida and surrounding areas. 5% risk for damaging winds. Hail, same, pretty much same areas. If you live in the Fargo, North Dakota, Bismarck, North Dakota, Grand Forks, North Dakota, Minot, North Dakota, Moorhead, North Minnesota, 15% risk. Large hail. Also Denver, Colorado, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, 5% risk for damage and wind. All right, let's take a look at day 2. This is your wind. Okay. All right, you can see we got general thunderstorm reporting in western from Virginia, West Virginia area, all the way down to the Florida Keys, to Louisiana, Texas, all the way back to Arizona and Mexico, also into Nevada, back over to Montana, back into Minnesota. Marginal risk up here in Minnesota, also back into northern Michigan, and also northern Wisconsin. All right, if you live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Duluth, Minnesota, Coon Rapids, Minnesota, St. Cloud, Minnesota, and Blaine, Minnesota, marginal risk for severe weather. Tornado probability, less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds, 5%, same areas, Green Bay, Wisconsin to Blaine, Minnesota, and surrounding areas. The hail probability, 5%, same areas, Green Bay, Wisconsin, all the way to Blaine, Minnesota, and surrounding areas. All right. Let's move on to your Thursday forecast. All right, general thunderstorm from Maine all the way down to the Florida Keys, through the Carolinas, all the way back to Louisiana, back to New Mexico, Arizona, back to Nevada, Oregon, all the way to Montana, all the way up into Michigan as well. Marginal over here in the darker green, Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, portions of South Dakota, and also Wyoming. All right, if you live in Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Thornton, Colorado, and Pueblo, Colorado, marginal risk for severe weather, probability 5%, same area, Denver, Colorado to Pueblo, Colorado, and surrounding areas for your Thursday. All right, let's take a look at day number 5, because we do have some severe weather to talk about. Let me click on day 5 here. Here it is right here. We got a 15% risk for severe weather coming up on from Colorado all the way to Iowa, portion of Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska as well. All right, if you live in Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Topeka, Kansas, Sioux City, Iowa, and also St. Joseph, Missouri, 15% risk for severe weather coming up on day 5. This will be your Saturday. That will be a slight risk, and then around it should be a marginal risk area included in day 3 forecast coming up on Thursday. So you'll see that in Thursday forecast when I do it again Thursday. All right. Now we're going to wrap it up with the rainfall totals, and then we're going to wrap up the video. All right. Now we got the heavy precipitation off the east coast of the United States, also through portions of the Bahamas, Florida, Cuba, also into Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, through Tennessee, all the way back into portions of Kansas and Nebraska, all the way back into Colorado, Montana, South and North Dakota, Minnesota as well, portions of Utah and Nevada as well. Also over southeast Canada, the northeast, from about Pennsylvania all the way into Maine. Also up in toward Quebec, down toward Toronto, Canada, and also Ontario, Canada as well, and Montreal vicinities as well. Lighter amounts in the lighter green across the Gulf of Mexico, back through portions of Arizona, New Mexico, and also in the Pacific Northwest, also across southern Canada. We got a little system here. We got some precipitation. This may come into a little system here, come across the Gulf, move across this area here, may bring some heavy precipitation for you guys in Mexico. Alrighty. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and consider subscribing. And we'll catch you back in the next video. Have a great one, everyone. And we'll catch you back this evening with a new video.